everybody, I'm AlishaTV, and I can't wait to introduce you to one of the most amazing speakers this year at the 2010 Extreme Business Makeover event, Frank McKinney, author of The Tap. And I have him right on the line. Welcome to the show.
Alicia, you know what? The countdown is on, isn't it? April 24th, we're inside a month. I'm very, very excited this year to be a keynote speaker for Bob and for Tom. And listen, if there was only one event a year that you could make time to go to, regardless of where it was in the lower 48 states, this would be the one. I can't tell you, as a panelist last year, I had a limited exposure to the group, but you know what? After my session was done, I sat in the audience and I realized what an impactful presentation that the keynote speakers were giving. And these people are not, how should I say, they're doers. They're go-givers, but there's one thing to be a go-giver and just walk. These people walk the talk, and so I was honored when Tom came down and asked if I would be one of the keynote speakers, and we're going to be talking a lot about my new book, The Tap, or the concepts found behind the book, The Tap.
You know, that's really great that you bring that up, because you tapped me literally at the event. I took home your book last year, and I was so excited to meet you and really look forward to hearing you up on stage, because I know you've got a lot of great things you want to share with us this year.
Well, I do. You know, the book, I think last year your event was about the same time, and my book had just come out. I don't even know if it was in the bookstores yet. So I've had a chance to tour it now for a year, and I can tell you that similar to the Go-Giver and Go-Givers Sell More, the concept behind responsible stewardship, that God rewards responsible stewards, those who are responsible for the blessings they've been given, and how they allocate those blessings to those less fortunate tends to dictate our success in the business that we're all in, which is the business of life, Alicia. So that concept has worked for me. Listen, I didn't have much of a formal education, and I started in the real estate business about 25 years ago, and now we create some of the most magnificent oceanfront homes in the world on speculation. Even in this market, I just finished a $24.3 million house on speculation, meaning I don't have a buyer in mind. But if it wasn't for the dovetailing of my professional highest calling, which we all pursue, with the spiritual highest calling, which we all have, I'm pretty sure that my existence would be fairly empty. So I want to share that concept and how it has worked in my life, and I've seen it now since the book's been out a year, how it's worked in thousands of other people's lives.
Well, I am thrilled, and I agree with you completely that the business of life is understanding your relationship. When you give and you serve others, it will all come back to you.
There's a great life mantra that I will leave the attendees with, a few mantras that I try to live by, you know, nuggets that they can take home with them. And here's one that happens to be a biblical passage, but, you know, it doesn't matter what your religious preference is or even if you have one. And this wonderful passage from Luke 12:48 says, paraphrase, to whom much is entrusted, much will be expected. So isn't it true that we do desire to have much entrusted to us, material wealth, financial wealth, spiritual well-being, but isn't it those who know the responsibility associated with that much, that we are going to have much required of us? It's not just a one-way street. And so if you listen, you get on your knees at night and pray for the more, whatever the more is in your life. We all have, you know, more health, wealth, happiness, love, peace, whatever our more represents for ourselves or those we love. We must start to think a little bit more about the you and the we, Alicia, and not so much about the I and the me. And so inventory your prayers at night and see how many times you use I and me, and let's try to shift that focus to the you and the we, which is a very important concept in the Go-Giver, I know.
Well, you know, that the shifting the focus, I think that's a great point, because it's the epitome of the audience at the Extreme Business Makeover event. I mean, these are people and individuals who believe in these same philosophies, and as a result, the event itself, you can just feel the energy in the air.
Here's the neat thing about what I learned from Bob and Tom's event last year. Listen, I have the good fortune of talking to a lot of different venues around the country, and most of the time, you know, I do so for the benefit of our charity, and we get a nice donation to our charity to show up and make a keynote speech. But most of the time, no matter how hard we try, or the producer or the event producer tries, when that door shuts behind the last attendee, when they leave, once that motivation wears off, the event is forgotten. This is not the case with what took place last year. I know the community of relationships that were built and continue to grow from that event last year, I got to tell you, from everything else that you're going to experience at Bob and Tom's event, it's what's going to take place the year after or the year following between this event and 2011 that's going to make a huge difference in your life.
And you're exactly right. It's the community that's built at the event. So I know you've kept contact with a few people that you met at the event last year, and they had the opportunity to just go up and talk to you, which isn't always the case at some of the larger venues.
I look forward as much to, when I'm done, to sit down with everybody else and listen to what the other keynote people are saying, or between breaks to, talk about the concept of the tab. Or, I've written 5 books, and some people want to talk about the real estate market, so I've written a couple real estate books, and I've even written a young reader fantasy novel that Tom and his family know extremely well because they won this contest that was open to the public around the country, and somehow his name got thrown out of the hat. So they actually got to come down and live the Dead Fred Flying Lunch Foxes and the Good Luck Circle adventure firsthand. That's the name of my young reader fantasy novel. So, yeah, it is. It's the community. It's not the number of people there. It's not the length of the event. It's not necessarily the content. Although the content is killer, it's the people you meet and the like-mindedness that walks out the door together.
And, a lot of the individuals, it's called Extreme Business Makeover. And sure, you're going to learn a lot about, how to really focus in and hone in on what you need to do to build an extreme business. But also, some of these individuals already have extreme businesses.
I'm not going to work on your business or share insights that's going to help you with your business. I'm going to share insights that's going to help you with the approach, the mindset, the shifting of the paradigm that needs to take place if you're going to succeed in the business of life. The contrarian principle that I tend to bring to my line of work, being the paradoxical figure. When everybody's running for the exits, how is it that you have the confidence to calmly walk through the entrance and realize the opportunities that are out there?
Yes.
But before we can succeed in business, we've got to change the mindset away from fear and more to an abundance mentality.
Yes, absolutely. Well, we definitely are looking forward to hearing that and how we can use that in our lives. And we're going to be able to hear from you on April 24th around noon, lunchtime, right?
Yep, I'm doing the lunchtime talk, so you can sit back and eat your Subway, McDonald's, whatever they're going to be feeding you guys, and really enjoy our hour and a half that we're going to spend together. April 24th, I look forward to seeing everybody there, and you're going to have the event of a lifetime.
I am so looking forward to sitting back and listening to what you have to share with us, and looking forward to meeting you again, and just really embracing life and the business of life, Thank you so much.
One last thing, McKinney has nothing on AlishaTV, right?
Yeah, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Got it. You're much better than him. All right, so we'll see you on the 24th.
Cheers, Frank. Thank you. Bye-bye.